guys, welcome back to another video here at Automotive Therapy. So, as you can tell by the title, we are just going to talk about why the BMW M4 is just overall such a great car. And before we hop into it, while I was filming that little cinematic sequence for you guys, I discovered that I had a nail in my tire. And yeah, that is just my luck, but oh well, I'm gonna go ahead and just patch it up when I get home. But yeah, to kind of just start things off, I want to talk about this being the best daily driver I have ever owned. I've owned several BMWs. I've had 5 Series, multiple 3 Series. I owned a 435. All of those were great cars, but now being in the BMW M4, which is their like high tier sports car, like more raw experience, honestly, it tops all of those cars. This thing is so comfortable. It's so good on MPG, surprisingly. You know, you can get a little over 20 MPG in the city, and even over 30 MPG on the highway, which is great for what performance this car pushes. And it's really comfortable. You know, it's, some people say like the DCT can be a little jerky and everything, which honestly, it's not that bad. It's very manageable, and it's worth just having that transmission. And I've done road trips, you know, so many drives around the city and mountain road trips, and this thing's just been flawless. So super comfortable, easy to drive. And another thing with this car is, with the press of a button, you can take it out of all of its efficient settings and turn this thing into an absolute animal. And this thing just wakes up, which is incredible. I mean, they did such a great job at managing having a comfort setting and having your sports setting, because you can really tell the difference with sound and acceleration and just so many different things. You know, I've been around a lot of supercars and everything, and I still have to say that this M4 is still my favorite car. In terms of looks and performance and everything, this thing will just not disappoint with any of those things, and it keeps up with supercars, honestly. You see a lot of M4s that are on like car rallies that, you know, it doesn't like look like an outcast compared to supercars. It blends in well because it's just really aggressive with its styling, and you know, with the platform that BMW gave this car, it has no issues keeping up with some of the craziest exotic cars. You know, I've seen these things catch up and even beat Lamborghinis, Ferraris, like McLaren 570Ss and everything, once you properly tune and build these cars. And you know what, why not? I'm gonna put it in its sportiest settings and do a little pull for you guys just for the video. Oh my goodness. See guys, that right there is enough reasons why this car is so great. I was just driving it so peacefully. You do a little downshift, do a little... It literally makes the blood in your head just go right back. It's impressive. We'll roll the windows up and put it back in its normal settings. So next thing I want to talk about with this car is the community around it. Now, I've been in the BMW scene for a couple years now, and I've just noticed that the M4 has always been one car that every enthusiast will forever love. Nobody has ever really had issues with the M4 besides maybe the exhaust note, which I don't really care about that. I think this thing sounds awesome. You know, when you take this thing to a BMW meet or a car show, all the BMW enthusiasts love coming up to it and checking it out because it's just simply an M4, and that has so much branded name within the BMW community. You know, it just made a name for itself within the last couple of years of this car being out. It truly has proved itself as being a proper BMW M car, and I just, after speaking to so many enthusiasts, we can all agree to that. And going more into detail with the community, this car inspires a lot of people. It inspired me. When this car first came out, I was, you know, 16 years old, and immediately changed it to my wallpaper on my phone, and I was always watching videos on it and just obsessed with this car. And it truly did inspire me to work hard and figure out how I was going to buy this car. I bought it at 20 years old. I'm now 21, and all I can say is that this is such a great trophy just to kind of reward your hard work with, especially if you're just into cars and, you know, dream of owning a BMW M4. I get almost on a weekly basis DMs from, you know, younger kids, even people around my age who just want to know what I do for a living and kind of just want to see, you know, how they can own a car like this. And a lot of people do get inspired just watching, you know, people like me and other people in the community drive these cars and make videos on them and post them on Instagram. It's really special to see how well it brings people together. And I think I just got to throw this in because honestly, it's one of the best things about this car, and that's the styling of it. Everything is well proportioned. You know, there really isn't a flaw on this car, and not too many people can criticize the looks of this car because it just looks so good compared to other cars in its class with Audi and Mercedes. And you know, this thing just stands out. It comes in awesome colors. That's why I got the Yes Marina Blue, because it just stands out like a supercar on the street. And you can take any picture you want and this thing will just be so photogenic and looks awesome. It's a little harder to do that with the new M4s now that the proportions are a little different, but this is by far the last, like, best looking BMW I think there will ever be, based off of where the brand is going as far as it looks. Now I want to wrap up this video just talking about the experiences that I've had with this car. You know, this car has honestly changed my life because I lived in a small town in Colorado, moved down to Denver, you know, a way bigger city than where I was from, and I didn't really have too many friends or people to be around. And after purchasing this car and getting more involved with the car scene down here, you know, I've made so many new friends. I've had so many cool experiences where I've been able to go to exclusive car events, film videos with really awesome people. This car truly does give you experiences. You know, I've been able to meet people who own the same car, and they all just have the same mindset. You know, all of them are hard workers. They all work and you know, try to achieve their dreams and everything, because most people that I've met who own this car, they all were like me and absolutely dreamed of owning it, and they just worked hard and made it happen. And you know, there are the people who are just blessed with money, and the fact that the people who are fully loaded and can go buy a Porsche, a Lambo, you know, just something exotic, and the fact that they still get an M4 is enough to say right there, because they also see the potential and just overall well-roundness of this car, and I just simply cannot complain on this thing. This guy in the Mustang just got so scared off of that little pole I did. Alright guys, before this video ends, we're gonna get rid of that nail that's stuck in my tire, and we're gonna use the good old tire plug kit, and hopefully we fix it and there's no leaks. So I have to put a jacket underneath the wheels on this thing. Don't have to worry about the concrete, but the asphalt. It's so hot that it's digging into it, so gotta do something to prevent it from tearing up this parking lot. All right, so we got the tire off. There is the screw. That thing is like pancaked. I'm gonna try seeing if I can take it out with this. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Oops. Almost drilled a hole in my tire. We're gonna have to ply that out. This thing will not come out. It's like so snug. This is what got stuck in the tire. Look at this stupid thing. This is the scary part. You gotta make the hole even worse and drill into this. This feels so wrong. It's like a fan. It's so hot. This feels so good. Get all the cement glue on this plug. Make sure it's extra sealed. All right, now we're gonna cut the plug off. All right, now we wait for this thing to pump up the tire. It's gonna take a long time. It's been moving up so slowly. All right, so we got all the lug nuts nice and tight. That flat tire is fixed. It's holding the air nicely, so that's gonna be it for today. It's time to eat some dinner. I am starving. All right, guys, that's gonna end the video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'm gonna take the car around the block and make sure everything is doing all right. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace out.